Well, the second wait is over. We get to react to Iyo Sky versus Utami. And I'm going to refrain from saying her last name because I do not want to mess it up. I really don't. I have a really high respect for Japanese culture and Japanese wrestlers. And if I cannot pronounce their name, I do not want to butcher their name in any way, shape, or form. It's the same kind of respect where you don't want someone to mess up your own name when they are unsure of how to pronounce it. At least I know how to say Utami, so like that will be there and I'll be saying her name. But again, the wait is over because we are going to be reacting and breaking down Iyo Sky versus Utami, which happened at Marigold, which is cool. It's amazing. And again, this is my first time watching this, my first time reaction. And again, thank you to WWE for allowing WWE superstars to travel overseas for special dream matches. Dream matches are essential in professional wrestling, and dream matches are essential in sports and entertainment. Dream matches should not be used so much because it loses the aura of it. It loses the amazingness of having dream matches when it is constantly done and it just becomes overrated and nobody wants a dream match anymore. And if you ever wonder why your numbers are down, is because too many dream matches can cause that. Think of dream matches like a currency, where if you overspend and overuse it and oversaturate it, the value of what it means to have a dream match goes down drastically. WWE knows when to use their dream match card, and this is one of them of Iyo Sky versus Utami. And then the previous one that we reacted to on Tuesday, because this video is dropping on Thursday. The video we react, bleh. The video we reacted to was none other than Marufuji versus AJ Styles, and that was definitely a dream match, and that was a very good dream match. So, without further ado, before we actually get into this match where we are about to review it and watch it and break it down, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment right here on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. This will also be on Spotify and also be on Fourth Wall. If you don't know about Fourth Wall is very similar to Patreon, where I have set up a membership corner for people who want to just help me out, help out the channel, and just be an awesome person to get things early, to get into polls and anything like that. So it will be on Fourth Wall, it will be on Spotify, and it will also be on youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And again, if you do like this content, leave a comment. I reply to everybody, and then share it out, tell a friend, and subscribe. If you subscribe, it helps me out and it helps out all the algorithm and everything that happens behind the scenes on YouTube. But right now, we're going to be reacting to this, so let's jump right in. And by the way, this is for the tape study series, which basically means that we break down professional wrestling matches on this channel under the tape study series banner, where we don't spread any negativity, toxicity. We basically look at the match, break it down. I pause a lot. I talk about a couple of things, or maybe a lot of things, or maybe nothing at all, and we go through the match, and it's supposed to help make wrestling better than it was yesterday, meaning that anybody can learn from the greats that we watch. Anybody can learn from even the ones who are just starting, and they take a little bit from everybody and become the best wrestler that they can be and tell the best stories that they can be. And we always give ideas and suggestions on how to improve the current match, the current story, the current characters, what may work, what may not work. And you could just take this all with a grain of salt. That's what it is. The tape study series is to empower wrestlers, empower people in the wrestling business to go above and beyond the box that sometimes people put themselves in or others put them in, and just know that the sky is the limit, even though it's endless. I gotta find a new like tagline. Not really a tagline, but like a new phrase other than the sky's the limit. Because now my brain is just overthinking like what it truly means. But that's what tape study series is. It's to look at professional wrestling, talk about it, and break it down like no other. Again, there's no toxicity, no negativity. It's all about, hey, what can we do to improve? And if we don't need to improve, how can we praise it to go forward and be like, this is what you need to study. This is what you should study. Just like in the previous video of AJ Styles versus Marufuji, that's a good video to study. This one, no doubt this is going to be a good video to study. So, let's jump right in. This is amazing. The crowd is definitely divided. Hayashishita. Okay, so just so you know, I do not have the audio playing currently as I'm doing this. I have the audio in my headset, which I'm about to just turn off so I can just do a very um clean breakdown of this. I don't want to end up getting confused, and no shade or no disrespect to the commentators who did commentary for Marigold and who did commentary for Marufuji versus AJ Styles over at Pro Wrestling Noah. No disrespect to you guys if you do not hear your commentary on the videos that I post up. It's just, I just don't like to hear a lot of voices and then I have to talk, and I don't want to talk over any voices even though you are not hearing the voices. Is that I don't like talking over people, especially if the commentator says something very important to say. Just like right now, one of the commentators said Utami Hayashishita. And I think I messed it up because I'm missing some syllables. But I had it the first time around where I could pronounce her last name. But for the sake of this whole entire video, if you don't hear the commentary on this and if you don't hear the commentary on the other one, it has nothing, no disrespect to the commentators. The commentators sound lovely and they sound like great guys and they could definitely tell a story. But again, I don't want to talk over so many people, especially if I have to hear it and then I have to talk into the mic. I just wanted to make that clear. Even though this is going to be posted up on Thursday, I really didn't explain why there's no sound other than like I don't want to get hit with a copyright for whatever the case may be. But we are going to continue watching the match. The bell rings and everybody is super excited. Super, super excited. Iyo Sky getting that standing ovation. Here comes Utami. Iyo really probably misses this from her homeland, but it's all good. We love her here in the States. I've been a fan of Iyo when she came to WWE. I've watched Utami matches here and there when I can, and we're getting a strong lockup in the middle of the ring. A very, very strong lockup. I wonder who's going to break first. But Utami got her right into the ropes. Are we going to get a clean break here? Oh, we got a turnaround. Again, are we going to get a clean break? We got a clean break, ladies and gentlemen. We got a clean break. And she smiles too, that evil smile of hers. You know that she's having fun at that point. Normally, wrestlers don't give clean breaks. Oh, we're going to do a little test of strength. We might end up doing a little test of strength here. We're going to do test of strength, test of strength. It's really like two bulls locking horns. Two strong wrestlers just locking up. Iyo Sky working on the wrist. Working on the wrist. Oh, Utami got out of it. Got out of it again into a headlock. Not bad. Not bad for like an opening sequence. You don't always have to have your opening sequences to go from 0 to 100 right away because that doesn't make any sense. Sometimes the slower the better, like this is. And this right here is just, I don't know why my brain wants to say the meeting of the minds is not really the meeting of the minds. It's just that these two ladies are strong and they have a very strong ground foundation to not move that well. And here comes Iyo with her moves and drop kicks. That is such an amazing show off right there. Such an amazing show off. And the crowd is loving it. The crowd is happy to see Iyo back in a Japanese ring. And here we go. using each other's speed. Utami got the advantage on that one with just a shoulder block. Now the crowd goes over to her. The crowd is very divided for like both of these dream matches. Both crowds were very divided. Nice elbow, roll her through. Nice drop kick, a single leg drop kick. Really nice combination. Something short, something sweet, something that people can remember you by is by having like a short little combination and not the very tired and true, I'm gonna slap, kick, punch, and then, that kind of combination. Iyo Sky getting low for gravity, some elbows, so that way Utami does not try to suplex her. But kick, following her. That is beautiful. I love when wrestlers do that. Ow, her knees. Ow, her knees. I love when wrestlers do that where they do little tiny details like that make the match better, that make them better. Oh my god, we're gonna have Iyo fly. We're gonna have Iyo fly over. Very nice. Even though Iyo almost like hit herself. But very nice dive or a side dive. You don't really see so many wrestlers do a side dive. But really, really nice. We got Iyo Sky here just soaking in the fans' love. Utami is on the floor. I wonder if any of these women studied each other before having this match. And now Iyo just waiting, and Utami is slowly getting back into the ring. But Iyo right back to the attack. Oh, just flips her over into the corner. Some boots, and then choking her. Ref, that's a blatant choke, man. Ref, that I don't think I don't think I remember seeing her doing that in WWE. That would definitely hurt like maybe some of the girls in WWE. Maybe some of the girls. Just kicking her out of the way. Just go over there, bitch. That's what it was. I just love the personality of Iyo. Iyo has a very amazing personality. But Tommy is going up to the top rope with Iyo here, but it looks like Iyo may escape. Yep, of course, escaping. Uh, hang her upside down in the tree of woe. Tree of woe. Some stomps. Those are some brutal stomps. Very, very brutal stomps. Going back for more stomps, take her out of the tree of woe. Iyo just does not care about the referee at all. Does not care about the referee at all. We're going for a cover. This is the first pin attempt of the whole entire match. So there's a difference when it comes to matches and how you want to put them together. I'm going to pause it here. Iyo Sky has her in a straight jacket chokehold. But when you put a match together, just think about where you want the first pin to happen and maybe why you want the first pin to happen. I know it might like seem like a lot for you to think about and stuff. So, why would you want it in a certain place? Like, we got the first pin attempt 15 minutes in of this match, which basically tells you it was a test of strength. It was a test of who can one up who, and it was definitely a test of let's see what we got, right? It was more about taking it slow, playing a little bit of chess, not moving too much, not moving too fast, and doing things that you know that can basically set the right vibe and the tone for the match. Right now, again, like I was saying in the previous video, that these dream matches are like chess matches. You go 2 steps ahead, you might end up 1 step back. You might go 3 steps ahead and ends up 5 steps back, meaning that like, you lost the advantage. So the first minutes of this match, we were seeing like who has the advantage, who's going to outsmart the other one, and then finally we get to a pin because you probably think that that was enough power to use, that was enough moves to use, and somebody has to be tired, right? So like they're gonna stay there 1, 2, 3, you might win. That's what you're thinking. But, like I said, when you plan out your matches, just make sure to ask like why you want the pin attempt at this point in the match, and does it tie into the story? Obviously, Utami kicked out at 1. She still has enough energy left in the tank. Utami is just taking things slow. This is the first time that she's wrestling a WWE wrestler, even though Iyo Sky hasn't been in Japan for like the past 6 years, but it still remains that now we think of Iyo Sky as a WWE superstar. We don't think of Iyo Sky as a Joshi wrestler, if that makes sense. So, that's why Utami kicked out at 1. Utami still has enough energy. Of course, Iyo Sky still has enough energy. These ladies are still going to give the best performances that they have. But that first pin attempt was a good stopping point, not part, point, a good stopping point for what they were doing ahead of before. So now we're getting into like the second act. Not the second win though, but the second act, if we want to call it acts. Think of this like we had a little introduction between both of these ladies, and that pin attempt was like, all right, cool. We're going to close the introduction. Now we're probably going to get into some crazy stuff. Io has a tight hold on that straight jacket choke there. A tight, tight hold. And look at that smile, that evil smile. But she does it so adorably that I'm like, I can't get mad at her. I can't be intimidated by her. Maybe I could be intimidated by her. And here comes Tommy with the roll through, duck, just crashing her on her head. That's what Io did. Io is playing the smart. Kicks to the head. Io definitely wants Utami at her best and wants Utami to bring out the best in her. Now we're going with some forearms, some kicks, some forearms, another kick. This does not phase Io at all. That was a very stiff forearm. Even to the back. Wow. What? Okay. All right. Hold on. I was not expecting that because usually when you see that kind of like sequence, you're gonna think that the wrestler is going to do like a knee to Utami or like their opponent. If they're gonna be running that fast, they're gonna hit the other person in the ropes like via knee. Not no Hurricanrana takeover. What? That was beautiful. I was not expecting that to happen so effortlessly. And then the kick, because Iyo Sky just has this fucking mean streak, which I love. And Iyo Sky gives an urgency to her matches, to what she does. And it's the attention to detail that gets me excited watching her matches. That it is the attention to detail that she does, which I love. I really do. Like, she did the Hurricanrana takeover, go for the pin, 1, 2, kick out, go for a kick. No time wasted. Even though there were times in between where you can say that there was time wasted, but that was more for getting a breather. Utami is on the floor. She has until the count of 10 or 20. I don't know if Marigold is doing a count of 20, but she has to the count of like 10 or 20 to get back in. She has enough time to think about what her next move is going to be, how she's going to take down Io and what she's going to do. But, overall in this little sequence, there was no time wasted. That was great. That was a great little thing. Really, really great. Which, by the way, I should be talking about again. If you're planning your match, do not hesitate with the moves that you do in the match. The moment that you hesitate is the moment that someone is going to get hurt. So, for the sake of having very clean matches where fans would say that, oh, you guys have chemistry, that's because you guys know each other. So the more that you train, this is important, the more that you train with each other, whether that's like at a local gym facility, at a local wrestling school, the more you train, and just regular train, not like an actual hardcore deep match where you have to get like a win or a loss, but just a sparring match. The more times you spar with your opponents, the better your matches will be. And that's why fans and promoters and agents will say that you guys have chemistry. And it is because you guys train. If you guys don't train, then we can see it and we're like, wait a minute, there's something different, there's something wrong. You were giving 110% like 2 weeks ago. It's week number 4. Why you're not giving 110%? Where's that chemistry? We can see these things, guys. We can see these things. So I'm just saying, make sure you get your reps in, make sure you train, and that is how you gain your confidence in moves. Because if Iyo wasn't confident in doing that, it would have been a botch. It would have been messy. But because she knows that Utami is one of the top athletes in Joshi wrestling, in Marigold, she could definitely trust Utami with doing something as fast and as quick as that. Because if anything else happened, if the timing was off, it would have been really, really bad. So I would say, dear wrestler, go get your reps in, go spar with somebody, and definitely make sure you get that chemistry down packed. Even if you're wrestling somebody new and you never wrestled that person before, 8 times out of 10, I'm going to say that you'll be okay because you got your reps in. All right, let's go. Utami does not know what happened. She got a big bruise on the side of her face. Iyo here just soaking it all in, getting ready for her next attack. But calculated, that was a powerful slam. A powerful slam by Utami. A powerful, powerful slam. I was not expecting Utami to do that as well, but that gives enough time to each lady to catch their breath and rethink about stuff, and the fans are going to be behind it. So it is going to be amazing to see what happens next. Got her up for a carry down into a Samoan drop. It should be a Samoan drop. Here comes Tommy with some speed. Oh, that looked interesting, even though it was just a short arm clothesline. It's the fact that Iyo had her leg still bent, so it looked kind of weird, but she's okay. She's okay. And again, another pin attempt, because when you do like 3 powerful moves like that, you got to go for the cover, right? You really do got to go for the cover. Here comes Utami off of the rope. Beautiful missile drop kick. Iyo sells those things like awesomeness. Another pin attempt. This one was a little bit more slower for Iyo to kick out, because Iyo is feeling the pain right now of the last couple of power moves that Utami gave her, which is great storytelling. And again, if you're going to do some power moves, go for that pin attempt right away. Here we go. Alabama slam. Nope. Here comes Iyo. Duck under. Some kicks. Watch her boobs, at least. Some kicks. Utami is tired at this point. But you see, she got wrist control. I didn't realize it until after the fact she let go. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. And we almost had a 3 count, switching right over into a crossface. Sometimes you got to do these things very quick in succession rather than just waiting for your time and, to pop and stuff like that. Like, we could have a tap out right here. But Utami is using her strength and her weight to go get a rope break. We'll see what happens here, because Iyo Sky has that in tight, arching the back. That hurts, by the way, if you arch the back. And yep, we're going to get a rope break. We are going to get a rope break. Utami's feeling the effects. Iyo is like, I'm going to keep following up with double knees to the back. That always looks devastating. Now she's going to fly again. Beautiful drop kick. The way that she perches on the rope. And then 619. Now she's on fire. She's going to keep going. The crowd is behind her. Another beautiful drop kick. Landing flat on her back and getting up with ease. We're going to take it to the floor again. She's going to fly. This is why they named her the Genius of the Sky, because of her high flying ability and her no fear. No fear at all. No fear whatsoever. Here we go. That beautiful moonsault that she does. And she also hits some of the ladies, which is okay. Both of them are down. Both of them are exhausted. Both of them have done the power moves. And this is going to be quite interesting. Again, I'm not sure if Marigold has adopted the 10 or the 20 counts, but they have enough time to breathe and relax. And I do like the fact that they end up getting a little tiny bit of a water break, which is very, very helpful. I don't see the guys getting a water break, but things are done differently. But that's a first. I don't think I've seen that kind of before. But Iyo throws Utami back into the ring, goes for another pin, and Utami kicks out. That was the slowest count that the ref did. I'm just saying, that was like really slow. So at this point, we have made it to the third part of the storytelling. Both women are hurt. One is completely down. Utami just rises up like Undertaker and decides to attack Iyo on the top rope. The top rope can always be a dangerous spot, so be wary of that. Like, this right here is going to be scary, maybe. Oh, yes, it is. Because, oh, no, it's not. Probably not. Iyo with enough strength to duck. Ooh, just driving Utami's head in. She's gonna do that sunset flip, isn't she? She's gonna do that sunset flip. Yeah. No? Oh, the poison runner from the top rope. The poison runner from the top rope. A beautiful thing. Goes for the cover. Again, if you do a power move, go for the cover. That referee has been counting slow. I don't know what it is. But Utami kicks out. She has some life left in her. But then again, that was a huge, big poison rana off the top rope. Beautifully done by Iyo. But Iyo cannot be angry at this very moment, cannot be frustrated at this very moment, because that could definitely work against her. Even though you want that kind of sell, you want that kind of story in your matches, just be wary of that. It can work against you. Iyo Sky looking to go for a pedigree. No, this is a power driver. Almost a power driver. Utami's going for a beautiful slam, a back body slam. I keep thinking that she might end up doing like an Alabama slam, but it's not. I'm just used to seeing an Alabama slam, even though nobody really uses that anymore. So if you want to bring back the Alabama slam, bring it back. Cody Rhodes was doing it for a bit, but then Cody Rhodes stopped. But let's see what else these ladies can definitely do in this match. Both of them back up to their feet. Again, back to the outside. And it looked like Iyo hit her face on the hardest part of the ring apron. Now, again, some more time, some more breather. These ladies have definitely exerted a lot of energy, did a lot of power moves, and they need the time to recover and to think about things and to see what the next step is going to be for them in this match. But Iyo is back to her feet. The referee is checking on them, even though, he's counting. But that did not push her out. Like, it should have pushed her out. Utami dragging Iyo back up to a vertical base. Gonna choke her out on the ropes. Gonna bring her back in. Oh, this is. Oh, I thought she was gonna drop. Oh, she's gonna swing her, similar to what Claudio Castagnoli does, and then like, well, he doesn't drop them down in their butt, but that is innovative because it can disorient your opponent by doing that choke and just twirling them around and then just plopping them. That's not the right words, but to just bring them down and to hold it there. It can disorient them. The breathing could be off. Everything could be off. They could be, their vision could be spinning. So a lot of innovative stuff there that professional wrestlers can also use, but just, use it lightly. But she grabbed the rope. That should have been a rope break. And then to flip her over like a judo move, which is really, really good, bringing her back into the center to choke her out and get the victory via either knockout by like she can't breathe or whatnot. I think it'll be a TKO or for her to tap. But Iyo is not going to do any of those things at all. Rolling over on her back. She going to get another rope break? Yep. She gets. Okay, why is the ref not calling? Okay, is the ref calling for a rope break? Okay, now we got the rope break. Because the first one should have been a rope break. Utami has some other plans for Iyo. A deadlift German onto the ring. We got another kick out. Both of these ladies are exhausted. So by this time, I guess you want to pull out more of the pin attempts. But this referee counts so slow. Utami could feel it. It could be her time. Utami picks up Iyo Sky. Razor's Edge. It looks like Razor's Edge. Oh, counter into a roll. Listen, rolls are dangerous in professional wrestling. They could come out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. That's it. You win. Oh, Utami just stopped the kick. Clothesline. But Io's going to get right back up. And for Utami to do another one where she turns her inside out. One of these days, one of my wrestling buddies needs to explain the physics behind turning someone inside out when they do a clothesline. Because, man, it's a thing of beauty. That's why I'm not a wrestler. That's why I can't do anything like that. But I will run the ropes. And I could probably maybe do some drills if I wanted to. But these two ladies are exhausted, pulling out everything they can. They got bruises on them. And they're showing the spirit of being a Joshi wrestler. Here comes Iyo with a little mini comeback, but Utami is like, I could take that. And then here comes Iyo with her punches. Oh, under. Oh, that sit out face buster. Because it's not Tombstone. So that sit out face buster. Again, creating some more time between them. They could catch their breath. The crowds are definitely behind both of these ladies. Double knees, or what she does in WWE, which is great. Now, Iyo again going up to the top rope. The genius of the sky. You gotta get her footing. But Utami is there to stop her. This is what? Maybe the second time that Utami stops her on the top rope and not allowing her to do what she's gonna do. Are we gonna? Wow. A second rope German suplex. But Iyo Sky kicks out, just rolls over, breaks the pin. Iyo Sky getting some life back in. Again, both of these women are tired and exhausted, and you can see that they both have pride in this match and in what they're doing and what they're representing. Those are some stiff clotheslines. Some very stiff, weird, not even like clotheslines, but just attacks to the side of the head, which shouldn't be legal. Utami again trying to pick up Iyo Sky. Oh, into a deadlift turning. I don't know what this is called, but that's like a face buster. Going for the cover. Iyo very slowly, you guys saw that, very slowly kicks out because she has exerted so much energy, but she's not going to give up. Like I said, both of these ladies have a lot of pride when it comes to what they're doing in this ring and who they're representing. We're going to try and attempt a twisting Razor's Edge. You would think that this would be it. This is another power move. Here comes Utami with the cover, but Iyo is just going to kick out. That referee is definitely counting slow. If you think the referee is counting slow, let me know down in the comments below. Because I really do think he's counting like super slow. Utami is probably like, what do I have to do to put her away? Everyone at ringside, all the helpers are the same way too. So again, wrist control, guys. Like I was telling you, wrist control is a very powerful thing in wrestling. Once you master wrist control, that's it. But you see how quickly Iyo Sky goes right into the crossface? Very beautiful transition. But Utami just rolls right out, wrist control to give you that leverage so you can hit the person with a knee. Wrist control is everything. Okay? Wrist control is everything. Wrist control dictates the match. Wrist control dictates what's going to be happening until someone breaks it. And now picking her up for a tombstone, just crashing her down on her head. Again, trying to go for this top rope move. It has been thwarted many, many times. But this time, it's not. That beautiful moonsault that Iyo Sky does. And she gets the victory. A very clean victory against Utami. I, for one, was not expecting that. But then again, I wasn't expecting Iyo to lose. The same way, actually, no. With Marufuji versus AJ Styles, that could have gone either way. But for this one, I wasn't really expecting Iyo to lose. But this just means that Utami has to go over to WWE now. And that Utami has to go fight Iyo over there and fight the rest of the girls. So that's what that means. But it is kind of cool to see Iyo win cleanly. Even though Utami did a lot more power moves and Iyo was kicking out. But it still remains the fact that these two ladies gave it their all in this match for Marigold as a dream match. Even though WWE is going to come back in like 2 weeks to Japan, all of their WWE shows are sold out. All of their WWE shows are sold out, which is a very, very good thing. And that was a beautiful match from start to finish. This is why she is nicknamed the Genius of the Sky. If they still use that, I think they still use that. But it is amazing to watch. I really enjoy watching Iyo Sky versus Utami. And not really much room for anything to improve on. Both of these ladies were hitting a lot of power moves and just making sure that obviously they were safe. But a lot of power moves were done. There's a reason why the pin attempt was 15 minutes in and not like 3 minutes into a match. So sometimes when you decide to plot your match and basically look at your match, just remember like why you want to put the pin here, why you don't want to put the pin there, why you want to do this move there, why you don't want to do that move there. And it makes it for a very good journey because every match should have a journey, a story to tell, if it's a dream match or not even a dream match, make sure to think of your matches as something important to tell the crowd of why you got put in this position. You know, there's a famous rule in writing where it says show don't tell. So obviously I mean you probably can tell us if you pick up the mic and like, you speak in the mic, but for the most part you want to show us the story of why you got picked to put in that position to go fight in a different promotion to represent your company, or why you got put in the position to be in the main event or not even the main event. Like, make sure to treat your matches as if they are must see and they are must talked about. You can pick and choose if you want to. If you get overwhelmed, I totally understand it. But for the most part, you want to make sure that you think of your matches when you are building your matches, why they are must see, why they must be talked about. The same way of Iyo Sky versus Utami. You have Iyo Sky who goes back to Japan, who gets the amazing standing ovation, and then is going to do it again in the next couple of weeks or week, where, like I said, the WWE shows in Japan are completely sold out. So if you are going to be over there in Japan and if you are going to be watching WWE live, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. And this was a wonderful match to have for Tape Study Series. Both women did great. Both women have power moves. Both women have an endless amount of pride for their respective companies and for what they do. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this breakdown, if you enjoy what I have to say about tape study, professional wrestling, building matches, and character and angles and all of that kind of stuff, if you enjoy that, please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe, because when you subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications, you get all of my content directly to your inbox to let you know when I upload a new video, and you will never miss out on that. Also, if you go down to the description box, all of my links will be posted, including my wrestling newsletter called the Square Circle Podcast Hub, where you can also chat with other like-minded wrestling fans about the content that I put up on my newsletter. You guys could go over to Spotify. Make sure to follow the Spotify channel, Square Circle Podcast. All you have to do is search for it. Make sure you follow the channel to never miss an upload, whether that is a wrestler interview, a tape study series breakdown, a review of your favorite wrestling promotion or your wrestling match. You get the notifications. And then also over on my fourth wall, where I will be having a membership corner. If you want to take your support a little bit further, head over to my fourth wall account. All of the links, like I said, all of the links will be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. Go support me further. I have merch. I have everything. But the main thing is that I would love for you guys to comment on this video right here, youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And also Spotify now has comments as well. So you can leave your comments over at the Spotify channel, Square Circle Podcast. Search it on Spotify, and I will read your comments and I will respond to your comments, because I respond to everybody. I acknowledge everybody. So youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And then also search on Spotify, Square Circle Podcast. Leave your comments, leave your likes, leave your shares, and go tell a friend. And when you subscribe, it helps. So go hit that subscribe button over at youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast. And I'll see you guys on the next tape study series. Bye.